just going to talk a little bit about the stuff that we've been doing with Google Vertex. My name is Dan McCrady. I'm the CTO of Foci Solutions. If you want to come and talk to me about some of my hobbies, I love mechanical keyboards, vinyl, vintage audio, big coffee nerd as well, if you want to come talk to me. I love coffee. And of course AI, yay, that's why we're here. So a lot of people get confused with what Google Vertex is. They started throwing around the name when they started coming out. And basically what Vertex is inside of GCP is everything that they have that's AI. It's not just the Gemini, it's not just Gen AI. It's everything that they do, from data sets to labeling and tagging and all that kind of fun stuff. So part of the Vertex suite that they have is this thing called Searching Conversations, which is a series of low-code little applications that they've built in order for you to be able to do different things. So they've got a search module, a chat module, recommendations features, and this new preview feature called Generative Playbooks, which is what I'm going to present a little bit on today. So my demo is going to be using Google Gemini to teach us a little bit about ChatGPT, because why not? Let's blend everything together and break the boxes, right? So what I did is I went out on the internet and I found some ChatGPT information. So some ChatGPT information on getting some refunds and doing some payment disputes and just some general information of what ChatGPT is. So if we go in, we can take a look at what it is that I'm actually storing, which is really, really boring information, just about GPT's FAQ. I just went on their website and I copy-pasted and chucked it in a bucket. That's all I did. So from there, we can go inside of here, and this is the playbook UI that they kind of have. And what you're able to do is kind of build out all these different playbooks, and you can actually find ways to concatenate and work with them and have one playbook call another playbook, and they've got a bunch of tools, and it's really, really fun. So I'll start in with some of the tools that I did. So some of the tools that we actually grabbed was just these, the data stores to go out to the information that I grabbed from the bucket, and it pulls it in and it indexes all that information for us. So I can give a little bit of a description over what that is, which is information on how to get a refund from ChatGPT. Over here is what is ChatGPT, and I can say, hey, yeah, that's what it is. That's what's contained inside of that document. And then this is what, oh, geez, I'm going to have to zoom out. I apologize. So this is what one of the playbooks looks like. So you can give a brief description of what this playbook's goal is. So for this one, I want to just give a brief overview of what ChatGPT is doing. And there's some instructions down here that you can play with as well. So we're going to greet the user. We're going to ask them how they're doing. If the customer asks us a question about ChatGPT, we're going to use the tool that I just programmed, that we brought in on the last one, to go to the text document that I brought into the bucket, and then we can ask it that question, and we're going to get answers back about that information. If they ask about GPT+, I can go to the playbook that will give me more information and specific instructions around ChatGPT+. And if they have a billing issue, then I can route them to the billing playbook as well. And then we can thank the users for their business, and we can say goodbye. So from here, we can say, what is ChatGPT? And we can ask the question. It's going to go off to ChatGPT, and hopefully my cell phone's network is fast enough to actually do this, because I placed it at home. And this is what we get. So we were able to see a little bit of information around how is the agent actually going to work, because this is a development console. It's not really live and ready to go. So we can click up in here and we can see, yeah, so the query for what is ChatGPT was able to go to the tool, and this is the answer that the tool was able to provide, that it's a large language model that was fine-tuned, blah, 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 blah. The information comes from the actual bucket information, which is really fun. So I can say, I have a payment dispute, right? I want to dispute a payment that I've actually given inside of ChatGPT. And if I bring this down, then we can see we've got, it's actually went out to the ChatGPT billing playbook and says that I understand you've got some information looking how to resolve a payment dispute. Is that correct? And I can say, yeah, I do. I'd like some information. And so it's going to go back out to the actual ChatGPT billing playbook, and it's going to tell me a little bit of information. And it's going to see here that that playbook has actually went out to this tool in order to be able to ask that other document what the actual information is around that, around that billing concern, that billing issue. If you want to dispute a payment, it's talking about the website, because I literally just copy-pasted it. So go to the bottom right hand of your screen, which isn't here, but whatever, what are you going to do? And you can continue to kind of concatenate and build on all of these different playbooks. You can build out this agent that's able to go through lots of different flows and lots of different information, and that's really fun. One other thing that it has as well are these integrations, which are really neat. So you can actually then integrate this bot that you've just programmed inside of this little console in here, and you can integrate it with a bunch of different things. I integrated it into Google Chat because it was easy for me to do. So then over here, I have my little bot inside of Google Chat, and I can say, hey, I've got a payment dispute, right? I have a payment dispute, if I could type. And it's going to go off and now communicate off to that bot, and I should get a message here back again. It seems like you're looking for information regarding a payment dispute. Is that correct? Yes, it is. Oh my God. And I'm going to get some information back about my ChatGPT FAQ, which is really fun. I was playing around with this for like a couple days. The documentation's really, really bad because it's all in preview right now. And so hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit more stuff regarding their tools, because they have more than just data store tools. They actually have function callouts, which keys back to some of the other calls, some of the other discussions we've had today. They have open API conversations, so you can actually have the playbooks call out open API information and then fill out forms and do all this kind of fun stuff. And so yeah, with a few little bits of information, bits of code, and coming up with a nice little conversational flow, you can build yourself a little bit of a bot that can get chucked into your website, or on Trello, apparently, and Facebook Messenger if you want to do that, or Discord, or whatever it is you want to do. Yeah. I hope I'm able to show you something that you didn't know existed. There we go. Oh, sure. Yeah, apparently there's time for questions, if you want to do questions. Yeah. Yeah, so like inside of the tools, which I was saying here, we can actually create a tool. One of the tools is an open API call. So you can give it its input and output schema. And so what you can do is then get the chatbot to ask the specific questions to be able to feed into the right inputs for the actual web call. So right now they've got the open API calls because it's got to be schema specific to some degree. They also have internal functions, which I'm trying to figure out what the heck that even means, to be honest. I think eventually they want you to be able to embed this into like a JavaScript environment, and then it would be able to give a schema call out to a JavaScript environment and then call it out. They might already have it as well, but like I said, the docs are really bad right now. Yeah. Any other questions? Awesome. Well, thank you for the time.
Thanks, Dan.
No problem.
That was great. All right, let's have another round of applause for all of our presenters tonight. So this is the end of the agenda. We still have the room for another half hour or so if you just want to hang around and network, or talk to some of these presenters and pick their brains. Thank you all for coming out. It's been a great night. Thanks.